Six Flags St. Louis, located in, well, Eureka, Missouri. See, I got you on that one. This is Clay with the Pennsylvania Roller Coaster Club, and we're going to take a peek at the coaster lineup at Six Flags St. Louis, and we're going to go ahead and rate those from worst to first. Now, speaking of worst to first, maybe if you can subscribe to the channel, you can rate our videos from worst to first. If you are subscribed, that is going to make you eligible for our 2024 Season Pass holder giveaway. Further details in another video that will be linked in the description below. Now, Six Flags St. Louis is an interesting park, guys. I think it gets forgotten about when people talk about the top and best parks within the Six Flags chain. And, it's a picturesque place. And the landscaping is done exceptionally well. The maintenance is done exceptionally well, and it's clean. Can't say enough about it. But let's look at the rides. We'll start at number 10, Boomerang. Now, this is what you would expect it to be. A bad old Vekoma Boomerang. And you would be correct. Not many redeeming qualities for this ride. Obviously a transplant. And you know what? It is what it is. I think for the most part, people understand that you are not going to get a silky smooth ride. And, you can always just put yourself in a position to lean forward a little bit and try to limit the headbanging to the absolute best of your ability and take it for what it is, which is another credit. Those are important. Coming up at number 9, Ninja. So, if you went to bed last night and you said your prayers and you ate your vitamins like a good little Hulkamaniac, and your only wish was to ride a transplanted from a World's Fair Arrow / Vekoma combo looper that nobody really wanted to build. And yeah, if you've been to Six Flags St. Louis and ridden Ninja, then, man, you got your wish. And saying those prayers, eating those vitamins, being a good little Hulkamaniac, it paid off, guys. Congratulations. Now, this ride is not as bad as people would make it out to seem. It's not the Chinese torture device that maybe I'd once claimed, but, I mean, it's alright. Number 8, Rookie Racer. Now, Rookie Racer, this is pretty interesting to me. Much more fun than it should be. Let me put it that way. I was not expecting to enjoy this really at all. And, yeah, I kind of did. Heck of a job by Vekoma. Their new product line just is so solid. For a kid's ride, this is cool. Number 7, River King Mine Train. Now, mine trains are, they are fun if they're executed well. And, I don't know, something about Missouri when it comes time to mine trains that, I don't know, Missouri just does them really well. I was actually really impressed with this ride and don't think that I really should have been. But, it is what it is. A pretty darn good mine train. It's not often that you get aggressive pops of airtime on a mine train, just due to lack of speed, lack of profiling. But, man, the end of this ride, you are flying everywhere. And, yeah, that makes it pretty fun. Definitely when you can get enjoyment out of the bottom of the lineup, it makes it a great day. And, this has a couple different lift hills and, tunnels. I mean, it has everything that a good mine train should have, and it does it better than most of them. So, hey, kudos to you. Kudos to you. Good job. Number 6, Pandemonium. Now this is, it's, one of the Gerstlauer clones. These can be found at a handful of the Six Flags parks and a few other parks throughout the U.S. as well. But if you haven't ridden them, make your way to a Six Flags park that has one of these Pandemonium style rides. They really are cool. And I don't know, I like the Gerstlauer layout, I think, better than the other companies. So if you haven't been on it, check them out. Good ride. Number 5, Batman the Ride. Yeah, I mean, isn't this kind of where you would imagine it should fit at most of the Six Flags parks? I don't feel like any park should have a Batman the Ride that is like in their top 1 or 2. And I don't think that any park should have such a ridiculous lineup that their Batman the Ride is going to be like their worst or their second worst. I think that, an 8 to 10 coaster park, 5 is probably right about where it should come in. And, these rides are what they are. They're short, but they are super intense. And the vast majority of them are still glass smooth. I can't remember a horrible Batman the Ride clone that I've ridden, to be honest. And that's a testament to the original design and to the maintenance teams at the parks. Number 4, The Boss. Now this ride, this is an interesting ride. So this CCI has a pretty darn good layout. It is incredibly unique. You get amazing laterals, as most of the CCIs from this era would. And guys, this layout is something akin to, like, something that, in my opinion, Holiday World would have built, maybe back in this era. It's that good of a layout, that good of a ride. But, I mean, nobody can argue how rough this thing is. And, I can't help but wonder, just out of my experience, how much negative is added by these Gerstlauer trains. I am not a fan of them. I don't know if you are. Maybe, pop in the comments below to provide some feedback to me of your personal opinion, your personal experience. I just, it's just my 2 cents. I don't believe that, I don't even believe that they track as well as PTC trains on old CCIs. And, that's saying something, because I'm not a huge fan of the PTC trains at this point either. Unless they're old ones. If they're old ones with, buzz bars, or even the older mid-moderate restraint, not bad. 3, Screaming Eagle. So, yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan, and I was impressed. And I'll tell you why. No one ever talks about this ride. I knew nothing about it, really, when I had showed up for my first trip to this park. And, we got very fortunate to get a handful of re-rides on it on the day that we had visited, and really got an opportunity to get a great feel for the ride, front, middle, and back of the train. And, the airtime was not super intense. Just the profiling of the hills, I believe, just don't really allow for that. But there are moments where you can really clearly tell that the speed, had been kicked up on this particular ride, which was even more shocking to me how it didn't lead to really great airtime. It's just, man, these quote-unquote airtime hills are just, they are not profiled well. And I don't know if maybe some of the valleys, it really draws the speed out as you're making your approach, but I don't know. Number 2, American Thunder. This ride, guys, again, I really didn't know much about it. It used to be Evel Knievel coaster. This is phenomenal. It's one of my favorite GCIs that I have been on to date. It is a twister layout, a compact twister layout, and you are just dancing all over yourself. This has what is considered to be a clone. There is another of this layout that is over in Europe, but from most accounts, it runs slower and does not track as well as American Thunder. So, I mean, is it really even a clone at that point if there are only two of them and one is noticeably better and different? I don't know. Maybe, again, comment below. Is American Thunder a clone, or do you just take to it unto itself? But number one, Mr. Freeze Reverse Blast. Wow. Guys, this thing, I didn't know what to expect, and I was not expecting this. There were about 10 different things in my mind that I could have expected. None of them were what we got. Holy cow. Premier Rides knocked it out of the freaking park when they made these things. It is intense. It's smooth. Those launches are for real, especially backwards. Great ride. Absolute banger. Now, guys, if you enjoy our takes, if you like the type of content that we have been putting out, please, if you could drop a like, we would really appreciate it. And consider a subscription to the channel. As I said, it automatically enters you into our giveaway for 2024 once we do get closer towards the summer season. Now, again, Six Flags St. Louis, guys, if you haven't been, please get out there. They have such a diverse coaster lineup, and, you know, something that I failed to mention, and probably most important, a big thanks to Show Me Coasters. Couldn't have made the video without some of your POV footage. And guys, please take a peek at his channel. Has a lot of great POVs for this park and some others in the state. Additionally, we want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you that take time out of your day to listen and enjoy our content. We thank you so much for helping us take the channel to the next level and continue to grow it and build this community up. Until next time, guys, we'll see you out there.